Okay, Juniper, you got everything ready?
Hell yeah, it's ready. All we need to do is just wait for Anefa.
Gotcha. Wait, what kind of tier list we're doing, may I ask?
Oh, that's easy. It's the Equestria Girls movies and the other specials. I did show up on 2 of these specials, so you know how I had to do this list.
That makes sense, I guess. I'm actually excited to do this list. It's about time we do a tier list for the channel. Nowadays, tier lists have become pretty good, and well known for videos from other channels, especially Sonic and his friends, at least back in the day.
What about the presidents, though? Those are the ones who started this whole thing. We gotta give credit to them at least, even though they can be a bitch at times.
I'm back, y'all. What did I miss while I was gone?
Oh hey, Anefa, there you are. We were wondering where you were. Where did you go? And what happened with Crash?
Oh, don't worry about that. I had a small talk with Crash about his recent behavior.
That's all? I'm sure from Crash's point of view, it makes it sound like you're trying to kill him.
Well, that's my way of trying to get him back to his senses. I apologize if it sounds like that, even though it is not my intention.
It's all good, Anefa. Crash does need to have some kind of filter. Bro can be very unhinged sometimes. More unhinged than me.
Sometimes? I think you mean by all the time. That fucker needs to know his place. I can't stand him at times.
In all things considered, if you're concerned about his well-being, Crash will be awake in a few days. But enough of that. We're doing a tier list, I see. Has Grace's playthrough been over?
You're correct. Indo died on a floor higher than me and Crash, so he left the moment he died, saying you needed to smash on something. Don't know what he meant by that.
Hey, Anefa, I have to ask. When Crash slandered Metal Flame's name, you said, "You dare say that to my Metal Flame?" Are you implying that you and him are—
Yes, it's a secret that he and I hold. Actually, speaking of which, he did tell me minutes ago he'll be here.
Wait, are you serious about this? When did he— Oh, great, it's you.
Why isn't it my most hated faker to ever exist? Greetings, y'all. Fuck you, Flame.
Ah, fuck you too.
Hello, honey. You seem to arrive just in time for a tier list.
Holy crap, it's Metal Flame. Hello?
Since when did he get a voice like that?
Ino made a new vocal cord for Metal Flame.
I still want to thank that child for giving me justice. The justice that I deserve.
The only justice you get is becoming scrap metal. Why do you sound like those—
Shut your zesty, goofy ass up, faker. Anyways, a tier list we're doing. Now that's terrible. This better be good, or else I'm leaving.
I can promise you that this tier list is worth your attention. So please stay as you promise.
Fine. Just only because of you.
Say, Metal Flame, have you ever watched the Equestria Girls movies by any chance?
Ah, yes. Those movies. It's been a hot minute since I have heard of those movies. Yes, I've watched all of the My Little Pony Equestria Girls movies, and any other content.
Can't believe you actually watched all of its content. I am surprised.
Well, unlike you, I've memorized all of the movies, and have the most accurate placement for these movies and shows.
Is that so? Well, I hope these are actual good takes, and not just some error from your shitty AI or whatever.
I always have good takes, faker.
Anyway, should we start with the tier list already?
Oh, don't worry. It's already there on screen. I'll be the one placing the movies and show in this list. Whenever I agree with the takes or not, let's fucking do this!
I want to bring out a random fact that Hasbro missed the opportunity to do an actual and proper finale for the Equestria Girls series. It is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Oh my god, don't remind me. I was done dirty. Ever since the girls graduated from high school, I've never seen them since then. I wonder if they will ever recognize me.
Database of this is unrecognizable.
What the fuck does that mean?
Can we get started already, right now? Do we start with the first movie?
Can't believe you actually asked that, but you're correct, Faker. It's the first movie of Equestria Girls, the one that started it all. I have to say, despite being a long movie for kids, and grown-ass men and women, it's actually a decent start for the movie series for kids.
It surprises me that Twilight actually comes from a world where instead of humans, there's ponies. Heck, the Twilight I know is the human Twilight of this world. It's a big experience for the internet. Some may call it uncanny, but it's a certified classic. Let's not forget about the Equestria Girls bases used.
Ah yes, the classic.
I think this movie should be in a B tier at best. It is your typical high school movie we would watch from those classic Disney movies. The movie even references the things from season 1 of My Little Pony. It's a cool notch, I guess you could say. Spike simping for rarity is fine. Cringeworthy, but it's fine. We see this everywhere from different movies.
Sunset as the villain was alright. She's one of those typical high school bullies as the villain of the movie. Despite her defeat, feels weak and pretty short. But it's My Little Pony. It's something you would see every day.
I can agree that she's the weaker side of the Equestria Girls villains. I'm actually far better of a villain than she is.
No offense, Juniper, but you are the worst villain that Equestria Girls ever debuted. But we'll get to that when we get there.
Whatever, but aside from that, the story feels weak. As Metal Flame had pointed out, it's your typical high school movie plotline. Some can be good, but this isn't one of them. If only I was there to make it better.
Juniper's glazing aside. This is not taken into account that Sunset failed to expose Twilight. Remember the cardboard cutout?
Dear God, don't remind me. One of those times where Sunset's brain fell off and Crash says I am dumb. Oh, and let's not forget about Flash Sentry.
A force love interest for Pony Twilight, despite there's another Flash Sentry in the pony world. This is what drives this movie to be annoying. That fucker of all people.
I don't think he's that terrible. He's just,
Quit pretending to be nice, Faker.
Oh, come on now. He may be generic, and sure, he may be forced as a love interest, but he did help save Twilight's ass one time, so credit where credit is due. At least he is loyal.
Fair enough, but that's the only thing he has done that made him not useless.
It doesn't help a lot, really. That's just one thing, and only one thing. Unlike Crash's bitchy attitude, Sunset is more of a, as people would like to call someone, bitch in this movie.
The music there is pretty good, I guess. The ones I can remember are really nostalgic if you ask me. Any bronies or the fans would agree to it.
I agree with all of this. We can all agree that the move deserves a B tier. Next up is Rainbow Rocks. Let me tell you something so great about this movie. It was perfect. Perfect. Down to the molecular
This movie is easily the best one we have for Equestria Girls. Not only do we get the best villains we have, but the music is such a banger. You can't go wrong with the music going hard as fuck.
Hearing you saying fuck and banger in the same sentence kinda hits different.
Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Whatever makes you happy, I guess.
The tension in the plotline is the best Hasbro has ever cooked for the Equestria Girls movie. We actually see the villains winning almost halfway through the movie. Something I should have done before, but I never get any good treatment these days.
This has been talked about a lot, but Sunset is easily the best character in this movie. Sure, it is not Zuko's level of redemption, but it's far better than Starlight and Juniper.
The fuck you
The
say?
fandom quickly switched their favorites as Sunset became their favorite.
Everything about this movie has been talked about before. I think we all can agree that this movie deserves to be a S tier.
100% agree. S tier it is. How about we do the next one? Next one, however, if Crash was here, he would tweak over this. The Friendship Games movie is next. This movie deserves a 100% A tier.
If I have to give my input on this, it has a better plot than the first Equestria Girls movie. The rivalry between Wonder Colts and Shadow Bolts is actually enjoyable to watch.
I mean, have you seen Crystal Prep and what they can do?
The movie is the definition of a remake of the first movie, except do it better. The music is banger as always, and the characters are pretty decent. The Crystal Prep School is a good take on the Equestria Girls universe.
The human Twilight in this movie is a very unique take, if she didn't go to Canterlot High. And the fact she's an actual nerd is just perfect. Not in a rude way, but in a good way. She just wanted to know more about magic in the human world.
You are also forgetting that Twilight as the final boss is a big twist, if I say so myself. Like, fuck that principal and her school. At least the students there are better than that bitch.
One thing that we can all agree with, you are far better than that bitch-ass principal.
The only thing we can agree with.
Not to mention the challenges look very fun, to be honest. Heck, all of us can complete all of that with ease if we wanted to. Well, except for the math stuff. That's Crash or Silver Wolf Stick.
Especially for that racetrack. I'll show them all why they call me the fastest hedgehog alive.
And I'll beat you, as always.
Are you sure about that? Last I checked, I beat your ass multiple times.
Last I checked, you only got 2 wins, and I have 4 wins. Big difference, you faker fuck.
Can't believe you actually remember that. Whatever. A tier it is then?
Yes.
Well, that's a GG. Now next up is... Oh, that movie. Okay, actually hear me out on this.
Are you seriously going to defend this movie? I knew you would have a bad take. Don't tell me you are going to put this at an A tier.
Oh, come on, Metal. Legend of Everfree has stepped up their script, and the characters are perfectly balanced out. You can't go wrong with that. Why would it not be in an A tier?
I personally am not a big fan of the romance section in the movie. I don't know why it was needed, but Hasbro did the best they could with this romance. I never would do romance, unless it's baddie Inefa.
You cannot be this down bad, dude.
I mean, he did ask for it one time.
What the fuck?
Putting that aside, I'll admit that the characters being in a different setting besides in a school is a good way to start off new for the fourth movie. The magic transformations are pretty good. The outfits fit well for the characters. And don't get me started on Gloriosa being the main villain of this movie.
I do think that Gloriosa is a fine villain. She definitely has better villain motivations than Equestria Girls 1 Sunset. Speaking of that, I do enjoy a good interaction with Sunset and Sidetwee. She tries to get her to embrace her magic when Sidetwee is scared of showing it.
This movie is a C tier at best. This movie has lots of flaws. I mean, the Humane Five doesn't feel like themselves. More like generic. Not to mention that filthy rich being an evil businessman because the plot demands it. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I can understand the second part, but the first part? I disagree with you on that.
Pack up the fries, Faker. You deadass don't see how generic they are?
I don't know what you're yapping about. Clearly, if they are generic, I would have seen it myself and wouldn't disagree. Plus, they're teenagers, so of course they would act dumb. Well, except for Sunset. She's deadass and unk to them.
You really are very defensive to this movie, you faker fuck.
But here's the thing, I try to see the positive in everything. I do acknowledge the negatives behind it, but sometimes those negatives can be unfair or don't make sense. That's the difference between you and I, you clinker.
So we agree to disagree then? I agree with Metal Flame. The movie should be below the first Equestria Girls movie. What do you think?
I suppose that's fair. I was thinking B tier, but now that I think about it more, C tier seems okay.
You agree, Inefa?
I agree with everything you say, honey.
God, it feels weird for two robots giving love compliments to each other. I hope this doesn't get any weirder.
Guess what, Faker? You need to deal with it.
So now what's the next one?
This one is called Dance Magic. I think I remember watching this one.
Oh, that one. Just put it in C tier.
Wait, seriously?
Be honest with me here. Dance Magic's whole premise is the Humane Seven dancing to fund money. Shadowbolt exists, they stole Rarity's idea, they realize they can't do it, and the Shadowbolt teams up with the Humane Seven to work on the dance video. Did I sum up all of it correctly?
You made a fair point there. What the fuck?
Even though there are parts you purposely left, I overall agree.
It's only the stuff I remember from memory.
The rest are easy. Movie magic being the bottom of C tier, and mirror magic being above dance magic. I just hope that Juniper won't jump me over this.
The fuck you say, you little shit!
And here goes Juniper, glazing.
That should not be at the bottom of C tier. At worst, top of C tier if anything.
I disagree. Give me one thing that should be above Legend of Everfree.
Oh, that's easy. Me, of course.
Yet you became irrelevant after mirror magic. Truly such a shame to happen.
I'll show you irrelevance once we're done with this tier list.
So, you're done?
I still don't understand how I didn't get to be in the movie while the Humane Seven got to be in. That shit is unfair. After those two came out, I never showed up at all. Like, what the fuck?
Database suggests she has moved over.
Metal, you are years late to even notice that.
Listen, Flame, I am over those specials. Sure, I enjoy those specials, and to this day I still do, but it's no different from dance magic. Movie magic is your average Scooby-Doo episode, and mirror magic is me when I fully became a villain, or antagonists, as they all say. Also, I hate how they treated me when I was fired from my old job.
Aside from the facts you spit, this is no offense, and I'm saying this as a friend. You quite literally sabotaged the movie set like it's Among Us.
Okay, fair enough. My dream of becoming a movie star has died down, and now look where I am. Even though I would get pissed that 2 of the mini-movies were in the same tier as Legend of Everfree, I still feel a little guilty.
A little guilty, you say?
Sorry if I couldn't get the right words to express how I feel. It's only been like, what, more than 5 years since I first debuted?
Well, actually, it's almost a decade since your first debut.
Jesus, is time always like this? But anyways, the 2 specials are C tier then?
Pretty much, yeah. Last one is... Wait, isn't that the movie where the villain gets angry over Sunset not remembering her? What name was it?
The movie is called Your Memory Being Forgotten, You Faker Fake.
Okay, first of all, burn yourself. Secondly, that's the movie name?
Actually, the movie is called Forgotten Friendship.
I'll be honest here. It isn't bad. The dialogue, the use of characters, and the great story makes this a special movie. At least the villain is the biggest problem.
I have to agree. Well, to some extent. Sunset is still at her peak, and has grown a lot ever since the first movie. The idea of the Memory Stone is interesting, like Sunset over here trying to be friends with Wallflower, only for her to not remember what Sunset has done to her in the past.
This one is kind of believable if you ask me. The one thing that is pretty mixed is the subplot, according to some fans.
Well, if you think more about it, Sunset going back to Equestria and making amends with Celestia, I think that is well deserved if you ask me. If you want my ranking on this film, I think this movie may get an A tier.
For once I agree, it may not be Rainbow Rock's level of excitement, but it's a good fifth movie nonetheless.
With those out of the way, I think that's a wrap for the movies and the 3 specials. Wait, what about the other specials? More specifically, the one being Sunset's backstage pass.
Oh, that? Oh yeah, that special is truly peak. Not only do we get decent character development, but we also have great mystery throughout the movie that even delivers a great story on top of that. And that is just the final special, and it cooks very well.
I don't see a lot of people talk about this special. Glad to see you recognize this underrated movie.
Oh, believe me, I remember when me and Crash first watched that. We were locked the fuck in. Another thing I like about the movie is the dazzling return, which is honestly a surprise considering I thought we would never see them again. But here we are, right now.
Normally I would say B tier, but I think an A tier will do, I suppose. Not that it matters, you stole my spotlight, you fake.
That sounds like a skill issue, you damn clinker.
I'm going to show you a skill issue once I...
Guys, chill the fuck out. I'll put it in A tier.
Wait, on a curious note, have you seen those other specials on the list?
No one has? Seriously?
I forgot about those.
I actually have an idea. How about we watch all those specials? It can't be that serious over watching some other specials we watch.
I agree with Metal here. That way, the tier list will be completed.
Fair enough, I guess. Can't believe we are seriously doing this.
Don't worry, my guy. I got you. Everything is set up. You are so dead, Kim.
Sorry, Hutao. She has to do it. You should know the rules.
I'll stop you right there with that, Arnold. You should not be quoting that in the middle of this game.
I have a feeling I might win this one. Thank you, Arnold, dear.
Hey, no problem at all, Kim, babe. Just so you know, I ain't going easy on you. After all, you should know who
you're talking to, right? Wait a minute. What happened to my voice?
How in the fuck did your voice just change like that? I swear that bit has been used before
that's
from
my
a certain
cards.
YouTube channel.
Oh my god, my voice sounds
Kim, may I
different.
borrow your cards real
like I
quick?
just hit through puberty.
Why does it sound hot, though?
Why am I not surprised that it came from your mouth?
Well, that was fun watching. Would you all agree?
They're fine. I have my problems with each of the specials. Why are they called specials?
You're seriously asking that after realizing it just now?
Nah, she has a point there, but I won't elaborate further.
Even though there's some parts of the specials I don't like, they are alright. Spring Breakdown deserves a D.
Oh, here we go again with this.
Flame, be real with me here. There are way too many fillers. The ending is rushed, and Rainbow Dash being an annoying shit stain in that special?
I think it deserves a C tier at best. Anything higher is being very generous. Sure, the ending was rushed. Sure, Rainbow Dash was not herself. And sure, there are that many fillers. But those aren't enough to say it gets a D tier.
To be fair, the pacing is another major issue. It wasn't perfect, but it was also not bad at the same time. The time when they enter Equestria, it feels really underwhelming, only having 5 minutes of them being as a pony. Now that I think about it, I could see it maybe being at the top of D tier, or at the bottom of C tier.
Am I the only one who doesn't see the pacing issues?
I can hardly tell, honestly, and I am a fucking supercomputer AI for crying out loud.
I don't even know how that works, but it sounds like a you problem thing.
Okay, if D tier is too low for this movie, then I say maybe C tier? Metal Flame and Inefa make a compelling argument, even though I think the movie still gets a D tier in my list.
Juniper, just because you're not in this special doesn't mean it deserves a ranking that low.
Well, I'm sorry if I am salty on the fact I only showed up in 2 specials and never came back. Hasbro shafted me. I was just useless.
What can your appearances even bring to the table? After becoming a good guy and never showing up again after mirror magic, what impact can you make aside from your inflated ego?
It's not my ego, first of all. I just feel left out from all the fun stuff they're doing. I was literally available to join them, but I guess they forgot about me. But it's whatever, I guess. Put that shit to C tier. I'm not going to vent out my frustration here again.
Alright then, I guess we can have a talk after this. Sounds like you need comforting.
Flame, I don't need your comforting right now. The next special, well...
That special is quite literally a shipping special for the fans. Hasbro has seen it all.
Just put it in C tier as well. I don't think there's anything special that is worth talking about.
I was thinking D tier at first, but I think that's just being too mean to them. I do think it's in the same tier as Spring Breakdown, and most of us can agree with that.
Sounds about right.
At least it's something we can all agree with. Speaking of which...
Finally, a special that gets a D tier. Even though I enjoy some parts of it, the rest are okay.
This is accurate, and that's coming from a superior Flame.
Looks like the tier list is finished. How are we feeling?
The tier list looks mighty fine, I guess. Although I expect some comments down there to either agree or disagree. Guess we have to wait and see. Also, I am the best Equestria Girls character.
What actually matters here is
fuck
enjoying
you.
having an open-minded discussion about a movie franchise in a tier list.
Despite all the trash talk from Metal, yeah, you are speaking facts, Inefa.
Hold the phone, Faker. Do you know where the hell Arnold is?
Oh yeah, right. You just remind me of that. Let me check on Arnold real quick.
That bitch forgot to mute himself. Fucking twink.
So, what now? I was going to go somewhere pretty soon, so I have to know. What's next?
Well, me and Metal Flame are about to head back to the Clink Clank Crumbcock craft shop. He promised me he made a great cake for I Know.
Speaking of which, we should be going now. Pretty sure I Know should be awake by now. Take care, fuckers.
God damn it, I am all alone again. You know what? Screw it. I'm going back to Pillar Chase 2 before meeting with that kitsune. See you later, slowpokes!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The best gamer in the universe has arrived. Flame? Are you even... Wait. Hold on. The hell is this list? Why are Rainbow Rocks so high? Why is Legend of Everfree that low? And why are those 3 specials that high? Those 3 deserve a D tier. Whoever thinks this list is actually good has mid-ass taste. The audacity that Arnold and Kim Pine won both rounds of Uno is absurd. It's whatever. I just need to get better at the game. Speaking of which, better get ready to play Five Nights at Freddy's. Firefly better not be late like last time. What the fuck? When did Freddy even... Are you fucking kidding?